It is October 29th, the beginning of the last week of October. And it lasts for about 3 days, 29, 30, and Halloween. And then the beginning of the first week of November. Uh, I want to look at key trading opportunities that we will have this week. One is in the XXX JPY pairs, right? Let's see what else we have here. Something in the course USD based on the economic calendar, and we have a Fed funds statement coming out on November 1st. I missed looking at this. I didn't look at it. So Fed this is the first of November. Wow, it's big news here. And then on Friday or Thursday, we have the Bank of England. They come up with their monetary policy. So these are big, big trading opportunities here in JPY, GBP, and USD. And let's look at them. One I like the best, the two I like the best so far are AUD JPY, Australian JPY. And the reason why that is I wrote out a trading plan for this pair here. Where is it? Here we go. So on October 24th, I wrote out a trading plan here. Fundamentals for me were unclear, but the technicals, we have a clear second stage pattern after a breakout and retracement. We have 38 pip support. This is on the weekly chart, by the way. Horizontal support, right? Multiple candles rejecting support area. First pullback of a new trend. Weekly, monthly ticking starting to slope upward. And another thing I didn't write here. Oh yeah, quarterly inside bar. And I expect the price to stop consolidating in December 2023 to reach a higher level by that time. Let's look at the chart. Let's start with the quarterly chart. We see on this quarterly chart, we have an inside bar right here, this quarter here. And I marked a yellow box here. So this quarter, we're still inside this inside price bar. So if the Bank of Japan keeps their rates the same, we should see AUD JPY move to the upside. And that will be a catalyst. That definitely will be a catalyst to break up this inside bar. And if we look at a weekly chart, we'll see monthly chart for a moment. We're still in the uptrend on the monthly chart. On the weekly chart, this is a clear pullback here. We had a breach to the upside here. Right, we have a breach to the upside. We made a new higher high. You see it back in September 2022. We had a downtrend, right? 5 waves down, or two ABC waves down, then a breakup here and a pullback to this support level. And it's been going flat ever since July of 2023. And inside this inside bar of the quarterly chart. And it looks like a triangle pattern is developing. And eventually, some catalysts, which I think is going to happen on Monday, will send this currency pair flying back up. Here, right? So we are in the uptrend on the weekly chart. Daily chart, we're just ignoring that. We see in a big range on a daily chart. It looks flat. All the indicators are flat. It's moving up and down in the Ichimoku cloud, So we ignore that one and go to a higher time frame. We can see clearly that this is a first pullback of a new trend, emerging trend up, right? And we just need to wait. And I believe by December, we will reach our target. We will eventually capitulate and break upwards to our target by December. That's about 4 weeks out, 4, 5, or 6 weeks out, right around there, this time frame. And another one is CHFJPY. We go to quarterly chart. We're in a GTAS zone in the quarterly chart, GTAS zone in the monthly chart, and GTAS zone in the weekly chart. We had a pullback here, breakout, clear breakout and a pullback to support. That's where we are right now. And this has the catalyst would be the price would bounce from support and move up. It's even clear on a daily chart. Here we can see here we had multiple weeks going down, and this was the time when the Bank of Japan tried to push up their currency, and it failed. Instead, the price found buyers and broke up through this support resistances, and now it's pulling back. So this is a great time to buy before Monday. Maybe we'll get a pullback, a little bit more pullback down to 165.22. If it goes there, I have a limit order waiting. If it doesn't get there by tomorrow, I'm just going to mark your order in, right? And stop loss goes on the previous swing low, and we'll go for 1-to-1. Our target is that this level here, this level right there. Not that high, but maybe take some profit here and then move stop loss to break even, right? It's 2 entries. 2 entries will be the break above this high here. That will be 1 entry. Stop below this swing low here, this level, and just go for that 121. Move stop and break even. The second entry will just be enter right now. It's more riskier, but we already have confirmation that we broke 2 highs. All the indicators are positive and bullish. Yeah. And let's see. Another one, see, Forex. I don't want to trade USDJPY. I don't see a pattern here. I don't see anything here. It's just going up slowly. And to me, this is nothing here. Nothing's there. Another one I like is GBP CAD. If we look clearly at the monthly chart, we see we had a big spike down last year, and then we had a pullback, and then we have a now engulfing bearish candlestick. Here, this would be a midterm pullback squeeze. We can see the price slowly squeezing on the monthly chart, and we have this breakdown here. Breakdown here after we have some divergence breakdown. And if we zoom in a little bit, breakdown after it hits resistance, right? So this will be an entry, short, but before it fell down more, we had a pullback. And if we look at the price clearly, we can see that we have a head and shoulders pattern that broke through the support and pulled back to a sell level, resistance level here. And this week we have the GBP statement. They plan to keep rates the same. So what can happen is that this one, based upon price action, price fluctuations here, it's at resistance. The only direction that's most probable is for it to fall down. Plus, we have oil rising. That should support the CAD. So should be positive for the CAD. And putting pressure on this pair here. So yeah, any rally in GBP CAD is a shorting opportunity here, right? Another area to short would be to wait for all this to fall back down and just to enter under these lows here, right? But here is more favorable so far. This level here, stop loss above the highs, and then go after this target down here. So, I'm in this trade as well. Waiting to enter in other trades. Another opportunity this week is Apple. Let's go for Apple. Apple. If we look at Apple carefully, we can see that since we have a trend line that's been in place since 2018, right? 1, 2, 3, 4 bounces. This is going to be the 5th bounce around this area. It doesn't have to be perfect, but close. We have a diagonal trend line down. We have a horizontal line down. We have ABC double ABC waves moving down. I bought right here at support, and my stop loss is under this last swing low, which is about 120 level, right? So this is a good opportunity going forward. Plus, we have earnings coming out. We have earnings coming out. We have our extreme level here last week. That tells us that this could be a bottom, potential bottom. That's another reason why I just bought it. And this can turn out to be a deeper pullback. Of course, it's not confirmed yet, but when earnings comes out, right? When earnings comes out, this is going to be a big bullish candle, right? This week in Apple, and that will set the tone for when earnings comes out tomorrow on Monday. So on Monday, I expect the market to just gap up, break above all these, um, gap up, break above all this resistance here, and break the cloud, right? And that will be we have a pullback sometime. I can't predict that far out. It's too far out, but I do believe that going forward, we'll have a good earnings report in Apple, and that should help the stock market uh, go back. Oh, another thing, what can happen when we have that earnings report tomorrow? The market could stall out and wait for the Fed on Wednesday, right? So we can have a gap up, right? When we have a gap up, market will stall out, and then when the Fed raises, when the Fed comes out with their rate decision, we'll see if the market hopefully supported by that. So far, if it does break above here, this level, this would confirm the new uptrend in the stock market. Since Apple is one of the heaviest weighted stocks in the S&P 500, so I really, expect this here a breakout. Right. I just entered. If I'm wrong, I have my stop loss down here. Market has more room to breathe, to fall down. If it does fall down, we have more support to buy here if it falls down more. Because part of my analysis, suggests that the S&P 500 fall down a little bit more, right? We'll see. We'll see with Apple. Is that support? This is a good level to buy before earnings on Monday. Even if I'm wrong there, it doesn't matter. In the long term, I'm going to be right. That's what matters. So even if it just falls down more, we have support here in this buy zone. We have this trend line here, and that could happen too. We have support along the way. Then we have a breakout because this cloud is pretty thick here. It's thinning out right here. So we could have a breakout later on, like by December, right? And another thing I like is McDonald's. McDonald's has been falling for weeks and weeks and weeks. You finally get finally get a morning star-ish like candle, and pull back to 618. McDonald's likes the 618 pullback. We get our bottom indicator telling us that this is an extreme level. Monthly chart didn't make a new low. We have our low here. It's been doing that for years, So we're at a point where McDonald's is when the earnings comes out, it will probably also gap up in our favor. Another stock I really like is ANET. It's not on here. If you look at this carefully, we see ANET has been making higher highs and higher lows, right? And when it reaches the target, it will take about, I would say, December to January to reach the next target. So it's making higher highs and higher lows. These are good levels to just buy. ANET, I bought here, down here, and it gapped up on Friday. ANET doesn't come out. ANET comes out with earnings on. Although I don't see it here. The ANET comes out with earnings on Monday as well. So I expect the market to continue to do what it's been doing all this whole time since this beginning of this uptrend, since September 2022. I expect to gap up. Especially since our bottom indicator is telling us to buy as well. The bottom indicator is telling us that, hey, this market is oversold. And the direction, the highest probable direction that this will go is up. And I'll end the video here. I'm just making an update on the market direction in stocks and Forex. Strangely, I think the dollar also will keep rallying. So I think we're at a crossroads. Dollar either rallies hot strong, or the stocks rally strong, or gold rally strong, or all of them go up at the same time, which I think is improbable, but it can happen. I think back in 2015, there was a point where gold and the dollar rose at the same time in stocks. So it could happen. It doesn't mean that it will last long. It could be a short-term type of thing where the market just, by short term, I mean it can last for weeks or months, maybe 2 months or a quarter, where the dollar and gold just rises it up at the same time, and stocks too. But eventually, one of them will, this type of weird markets, one of those three instruments will win out. So just go by right now. Just go by things on a chart by chart basis. Hard to predict which one is going to win. Just whatever opportunity presents itself, just trade it, invest in it, and go with it. Let's look at gold I mentioned gold. Let's look at gold for a moment. Looking at gold. Gold is just making higher high. Gold hasn't even pulled back yet. We have a buy signal here. It hasn't pulled back yet. Maybe looking at a weekly chart too, we had a buy signal down here. I didn't enter it. I was too scared to enter into it. Didn't know what was going on at the time, but now I know it was a war in Israel and between Israel and Hamas, right? That's what happened here. People just bought gold. And is this going to sustain itself? Don't know. We'll see. If the market retraces, which it will do, eventually it will come back and retrace, right? If it retraces and we find support at these levels here, be very careful with this here, because we'll see if we can get a base in gold and then a buying opportunity. Monthly chart, we have a base here. If it closes up here, that will be a buying opportunity. But still, I want to enter on a daily chart. I don't want to enter on a monthly chart. I really don't feel like holding gold. I prefer to hold stocks. So on a daily chart with this thing, if it goes flat, that will be shallow pullback. I won't trade that. If it falls down deeper like that, this area here will present a good possible buying opportunity. We'll see. With gold, yeah, I still am. I'm up in airs here. I like this area here because we have the weekly mid band right here, and we have 38% FIP right here. That's definitely a support level here. We'll see. I'll end the video here. Oh, look at the S&P 500. Forgot to look at that too. Another previous video, we have a double wave down, or a triple wave down. ABC, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 right here. Support. This is 618 level here. If 618 level doesn't hold here, we have a lot of support right here. So either the stock market rallies this week up, right? With Apple's earnings, if that doesn't hold, another support level here. The market probably will spike with Apple's data coming out, and then we have that rally going up. And this level here will be the confirmation of the double confirmation of the market rally. Something to look forward to in stocks. So this zone here could really be the bottom. Like I said, 3 weeks down, then up. It's always doing that. 3 weeks down, 1, 2, 3, then up. Like we had 2 weeks down here, but this is the fifth wave down, or the third wave. Sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A, B, C, A, B, C. It could be a muted wave and stop here and move up. Plus we said 618. We have a lot of support here too. So at these two zones here. So it could, I'm expecting a doji or a big engulfing candlestick this week in the stocks. Oil, I still think oil will go to 100. It's just a pullback. We're still in pullback zone. It should rally to 100 anytime soon. Sometime this month. We'll see. Yeah, this is a better chart here. So right now, oil is in a range. I'll mark the range. Range level. So we're in no man's land. What I would like to see is for oil to just break above the cloud on this instrument. It's already above the cloud on USO. So we'll mark this range here. What I like about oil too is that it pulled back to 38%, and that level was also a cloud support. And it broke above the Tenkin, tested the Tenkin that successfully last week here. So even though it's falling now, the charts. I think that we still have support. A good place for oil to continue its rally up this week. We'll see. I'll end the video here. Take care.